In today's gaming landscape, you'd be very hard-pressed to find a developer making something that doesn't throw every inch of its code right in your face. Simply because AAA games are premium products marketed towards increasingly mainstream demographics, studios and publishers alike have to make sure you're getting your money's worth. It makes sense for a developer to get everything out there and let the millions of gamers worldwide all lap it up. But all the same, if you can design a world we actually want to explore, one that can hold things back for repeat playthroughs and future discoveries, well, that's mighty special indeed. I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and these are 8 secret levels in iconic video games you totally missed. Number 8, Guy Savage, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Hideo Kojima's third 3D Metal Gear remains one of the very best, with a particular highlight being this weird sepia-toned hack-and-slash level that puts you in the shoes of a very mysterious hook-handed zombie killer. Because video games. Directed by fellow Konami whiz Shuyo Murata, codename level Guy Savage is only available if you load your save after Snake has been captured and imprisoned. Booting in, you'll have a good 5 minutes to decapitate as many foes as possible, racking up all sorts of combos and watching the claret fly. In an interesting note, this was actually initially meant to be a full game, before budgetary and time constraints got in the way, but at least we still got this really cool Easter egg. Number 7. Unlock the original Wolfenstein 3D in Wolfenstein The New Order. For this one, you need to find BJ Blazkowicz's bed. So after that first batch of missions, forgo talking to your main crew and instead journey upstairs to BJ's makeshift bedroom. From here, hit the prompt that says Nightmare and you'll be booted into an emulated version of the original Wolfenstein 3D. It brilliantly shows just how far the series has come, as you'll still have a modern sense of movement and animations, but the enemies and the world around you are just like they were back in 1992. id Software would repeat this idea in Doom's Hidden Rooms too, and honestly, it's just brilliant. Number 6. Epilogue, Braid. Many people got so confused by Braid's time-bending madness that they never saw the credits without a walkthrough. I mean, I know I didn't. Still, for those looking to challenge themselves even further, creator Jonathan Blow did include another ending, although it'll take genuine mastery of the game's powers to see. Initially locked away behind a string of 8 secretive stars, the first 7 located in the levels 22, 45, 47, 54, 65, 66, and 11 if you want to have a hunt yourself, it's the 8th one you'll need to find on the last level that'll then open up a door to a room known as the Epilogue. In here, as you traverse, you'll get huge chunks of text that better describe protagonist Tim's real motivations. It's all far better than the more interpretive tidbits that you've got before. And look, I'll stay away from spoilers if you somehow don't know the true meaning behind Braid, but let's just say there's far more going on than just one guy trying to retrieve his lost love. Number 5, the Quake Room, Rage. Rage may not have been the second coming of Doom that id Software wanted it to be, but at least the dev included a cool tribute to another one of their famed properties, Quake. You'll need to activate a series of hidden switches across the wasted garage level for this, but upon returning to the original second floor afterwards, you'll notice the legendary Quake symbol on the wall. The corresponding staircase takes you to a portal that drops you slap bang in the middle of one of the best hidden levels of all time. Modeled after the Quake menu screen, there's even a small plushy version of a shambler in the center, alongside a lava pool and some original, admittedly blocky as hell, texture maps of demon faces on the walls. Now look, if we could only get Quake Champions on PS4 and Xbox One, that'd be just dandy. Number 4, the Mushroom Kingdom in Super Smash Bros. There have been a ton of Super Smash Bros. Games across all of Nintendo's consoles, but it's the original N64 version that has one of the best secrets ever, a Mario-influenced Mushroom Kingdom. To get it, and there have been many variations on the right way to do this, so please let me know in the comments if I'm still wrong, you need to first beat the campaign single player with all 8 original characters, then head over to the Versus mode and clock each level once again with anyone. Difficulty doesn't matter here, and you don't need to be consistent in terms of going through the roster left to right. You only need to do each of these things once, and afterwards the kingdom level will appear in the stage select screen, complete with themed music, some warp pipes, and one of the best layouts for battle in the franchise. Number 3. MileHigh Club, Call of Duty 4. Can you believe it's been over a decade since Modern Warfare first came out? In amongst all the cheers and surprises as to just how perfect Infinity Ward's take on the modern shooter was, came the fact that its brilliant bonus level was almost completely overlooked. Mainly because if we're given an option to skip some credits, we will. So instead, to trigger this MileHigh Club airplane stage, you simply need to finish the main campaign and then sit through the entirety of the credits. The mission itself is an extremely grueling hostage rescue, one that if you flick the difficulty onto Veteran, asks you to complete it in just 1 minute. Infinity Ward did add a secret achievement if you can pull that off, but with so many enemies to take down and the whole thing ending in a one-shot save the hostage showdown, it's truly the greatest test of your skills. Well, until you go online and get sniped from across the map by a furious 8-year-old anyway. Number 2. Fighting Reptile in Mortal Kombat. Although it's obtuse as hell, developers Midway, now NetherRealm, were complete geniuses when it came to hiding Reptile behind some extremely specific criteria. Basically, at every 6th fight on the arcade ladder, you'd get an animation of him challenging you to find him before he would agree to a duel. In the fights that followed, you then had to watch out for shadows near the moon in the pit stage, as that signified your chance to trigger the duel itself, providing you could then pull off a flawless victory in both rounds, never blocking and ending the fight with a fatality. All of this just to fight a palette-swapped version of Scorpion or Sub-Zero. It was damn worth it though. Number 1, out of this dimension, Starfox. Though his grand Wii U return was a complete disaster thanks to awkward and unnecessary touch controls, please Nintendo, do Starfox Switch and make it good. The SNES original was loaded with things to see and do. Now many gamers know of Route 3, Asteroid 2's slot machine boss as a thing that you can't escape. You actually get there by shooting a giant bird egg and flying directly into the resulting creature in the first place. But rather than thinking there's no way out aside from quitting the level, if you fire upon its lever, you can get a random amount of symbols that can occasionally line up. It can take any number of tries to finally get 3 7s, but afterwards the slot machine will explode, revealing the text "The End" in garbled lettering, which you can also shoot to spell out the actual final message of the game. It's all very weird, and When the Saints Go Marching In starts playing at one point, but if you were looking for any reason to revisit this timeless, insanely innovative gem, go give this a shot. And that's our list. Please click the bell below the video to keep up with all of our latest videos, and give us a share if you remember any of the games in this list. I've been Scott from occculture.com, and I'll catch you soon.
Oh, wasn't that something? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe below, and also the people who made this lovely video, they're appearing right here. But if you're thinking to yourself, I want to see more content, Jules, then why not look above my head, as there probably is some. I don't know. I can't see it. Until next time.